Space has always been the final frontier for mankind, but that doesn't mean we haven't started exploring it. Over the years, space travel has become more accessible than ever before. In fact, space tourism is now a thing. And this is only the beginning of what lies ahead in the cosmos. There are some truly revolutionary technologies that will change the future of space travel forever. Let's take a look at some of them. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon to get updated with everything about the multi-talented genius billionaire, Elon Musk. Number 12. Reusable launch vehicles. While NASA has already made history by landing humans on the Moon and Mars rovers on Mars, it did so using disposable rockets. But this isn't the most efficient way to explore space. Enter reusable launch vehicles, or RLVs. Unlike traditional rockets, RLVs can be recovered and refurbished for multiple launches, significantly reducing the cost of space travel. This technology is still in development, but companies like SpaceX have made significant progress towards creating fully reusable rockets. Their Falcon 9 rocket boosters have been successfully landed and relaunched several times, and SpaceX is working on an even more ambitious goal: a fully reusable spacecraft. If successful, this could revolutionize space travel by making it more affordable and accessible. But it won't just be SpaceX leading the charge. Other companies and space agencies are also investing in RLV technology. Blue Origin, for example, is developing a massive reusable rocket called New Glenn that will be capable of carrying up to 45 tons into space. NASA, too, is working on its own RLV technology, including the X-33, a reusable suborbital spaceplane designed to carry satellites into orbit. As these technologies continue to develop, we can expect to see more and more RLVs taking to the skies. Number 11. Fusion power. For decades, scientists have been trying to harness the power of nuclear fusion to create a clean and nearly limitless energy source here on Earth. But fusion power could also play a major role in the future of space travel. One of the biggest challenges facing long-duration space missions is the need to carry fuel. This not only adds to the weight of the spacecraft, but it also takes up valuable space that could be used for other purposes, such as scientific equipment or crew quarters. What if we could create a spacecraft that could generate its own fuel using fusion power? This would not only make long-duration space missions more feasible, but it could also open up new possibilities for space exploration. Several companies are already working on developing fusion-powered spacecraft. One of the most promising is Tokamak Energy, which is developing a compact fusion reactor that could be used to power spacecraft in deep space missions. Another company, Helion Energy, is working on a hydrogen-fueled fusion rocket that could make interstellar travel a reality. While these technologies are still in the early stages of development, they have the potential to revolutionize space travel. Number 10. Advanced propulsion systems. From rockets to jet engines, propulsion systems have enabled us to travel faster than ever before, but there's always room for improvement. In the future of space travel, we can expect to see advanced propulsion systems that will take us further and faster than ever before. One promising technology is ion propulsion, which uses electric and magnetic fields to accelerate ions to create thrust. Ion drives are much more efficient than traditional chemical rockets, meaning they can travel faster and farther on the same amount of fuel. Another exciting development is the solar sail, a large, thin membrane that acts like a sail to catch the wind of light from the sun. Solar sails are still in the experimental stages, but they have the potential to take spacecraft much farther and faster than any other propulsion system currently in use. But perhaps the most revolutionary propulsion technology is the nuclear thermal rocket engine, which uses a nuclear reactor to heat a propellant, creating thrust. Nuclear thermal rockets are still in the concept stages, but they have the potential to make space travel much faster and more efficient. These advanced propulsion systems are just around the corner, and they will enable us to explore the solar system like never before. 9. Artificial gravity. When it comes to space travel, gravity is our biggest enemy, keeps us grounded on Earth, and prevents us from traveling faster than the speed of light. But what if we could create artificial gravity to overcome this limitation? One way to simulate gravity is to spin a spacecraft, which creates a centrifugal force that pulls objects towards the outer edges. Another approach is to use magnetic fields to create a sensation of gravity. These technologies are still in the experimental stages. but they could revolutionize space travel by allowing us to travel faster and farther than ever before. But perhaps the most exciting development is the possibility of creating artificial gravity using lasers. By firing lasers at a spacecraft, it would be possible to create a gravitational field that pulls objects towards the center of the ship. This could make long-duration space missions much more comfortable for astronauts, and could even allow us to travel to distant stars in relative comfort. Number 8. Space-based solar power. As we know, solar energy is a clean and renewable resource that could help us reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. But what if we could harness solar energy from beyond the Earth? Space-based solar power, or SBSP, is a proposed system that involves placing solar collectors in space to capture solar energy and beaming it down to Earth. This could provide a nearly limitless supply of clean energy to power our homes, businesses, and spacecraft. One of the main advantages of SBSP is that it could provide energy to remote areas that are not currently served by traditional power grids. It could also provide a reliable source of energy, since solar power is available 24/7 in space. But perhaps the most exciting application of SBSP is in the field of space travel. By using solar energy collected in space, we could power spacecraft without having to carry fuel. This could make space travel much more efficient and could enable us to explore the solar system like never before. Number 7. 3D printing in space. 3D printing has revolutionized the way we manufacture products on Earth, so it's not surprising that it is also being looked at as a key technology for space exploration. 3D printing in space could be used to create tools and equipment for astronauts on demand, reducing the need to transport these items from Earth. It could also be used to create structures such as habitats and storage facilities, making it easier for humans to live and work in space for extended periods of time. But perhaps the most exciting application of 3D printing in space is the ability to create replacement parts for spacecraft. This could save astronauts from having to carry out complex repairs in the event of a malfunction, allowing them to focus on more important tasks such as scientific research. 3D printing in space is still in the early stages of development, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way we explore the solar system. Number 6. Virtual reality for training. Virtual reality, or VR, has the potential to revolutionize the way astronauts are trained for space travel. VR simulations can provide a realistic and immersive experience that allows astronauts to practice their skills in a safe and controlled environment. For example, VR could be used to train astronauts for spacewalks, allowing them to practice in a virtual environment before attempting the real thing. It could also be used to simulate emergency situations such as a fire or a meteor shower, allowing astronauts to prepare for any eventuality. But perhaps the most exciting application of VR in astronaut training is the ability to simulate weightlessness. By using VR, astronauts could experience the sensation of weightlessness without actually going into space. This could make training more accessible and cost-effective while still providing an authentic experience. 5. Autonomous systems. As we venture farther into space, it becomes increasingly difficult to communicate with Earth. This is where autonomous systems come in. Autonomous spacecraft and robots will be able to explore and gather data without the need for human intervention. For example, autonomous rovers could be used to explore other planets and moons, gathering data and samples without the need for a human crew. They could also be used to assist with more complex tasks, such as building structures or conducting experiments. The use of autonomous systems in space exploration is still in the early stages, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way we explore the solar system. Number 4. Space telescopes. Since the launch of the first space telescope in 1990, we have seen a dramatic improvement in our ability to observe the universe. The James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, is the latest and greatest space telescope and is already making incredible discoveries. But what does the future hold for space telescopes? One exciting development is the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, to analyze the vast amounts of data that space telescopes collect. AI algorithms can identify patterns and anomalies that would be difficult for humans to detect, leading to new discoveries and insights. Another exciting development is the use of space telescopes to detect exoplanets and search for signs of life. With the help of AI, space telescopes could analyze the atmospheres of exoplanets, looking for the presence of gases such as oxygen and methane, which could indicate the presence of life. But perhaps the most exciting development in space telescope technology is the use of extremely large telescopes. By combining the power of multiple telescopes, astronomers can create a virtual telescope the size of the entire Earth's diameter. This would allow us to see even farther into space and time, leading to even more incredible discoveries. Number 3. Space mining. As we venture farther into space, we will need to establish a permanent human presence on other planets and moons. This will require resources that are not available on Earth, such as water, minerals, and metals. Space mining is the process of extracting these resources from asteroids, moons, and other celestial bodies. It is a challenging but potentially very lucrative industry. Companies such as Planetary Resources and Deep Space Industries are already working on developing the technology needed to mine asteroids and other celestial bodies. They are targeting near-Earth asteroids that contain valuable resources such as platinum group metals and water. Water is especially important because it can be used for drinking. But it can also be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen, which can be used as rocket fuel. Space mining is still in the early stages, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way we explore the solar system. Number 2. Space hotels and tourism. Space hotels and tourism are becoming increasingly popular as more and more people seek out unique and unforgettable experiences. The first space hotel, the Orbital Assembly Station, is set to open in 2027 and will feature luxurious accommodations and stunning views of the Earth. Other companies such as Space Island Group are planning even more ambitious projects, such as the Voyager Station, a rotating space hotel that will simulate Earth-like gravity. But it's not just space hotels that are becoming more accessible. Space tourism is also becoming more popular, with companies such as Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin offering suborbital flights that give tourists a taste of weightlessness and the beauty of space. No. 1. Interstellar travel. Interstellar travel is the ultimate frontier for space exploration. While it is currently beyond our technological capabilities, it is a goal that many scientists and engineers are working towards. One promising technology is the development of warp drives, which would allow spacecraft to travel faster than the speed of light. Warp drives are still in the theoretical stages, but they have captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike. Another promising technology is the use of wormholes, which are theoretical tunnels that connect to points in space-time. Wormholes could provide a shortcut for interstellar travel, allowing spacecraft to reach distant star systems in a matter of seconds. But perhaps the most exciting development in interstellar travel is the use of generational ships. A generational ship is a spacecraft that is designed to carry multiple generations of humans on a journey to another star system. These ships would need to be self-sufficient, containing everything that humans would need to survive, such as food, water, and air. Generational ships are still in the concept stages, but they could provide a way for humans to finally reach the stars. Alright folks, that's all for this video about the incredible innovations that will shape the future of space travel. But before you go, don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. We'd love to hear what you think about the topics covered. Also, if you're interested in learning more about Elon Musk and his ventures, make sure to check out our other videos. We've got plenty of content that covers all aspects of his life and businesses, from his work with Tesla and SpaceX to his more ambitious projects like Neuralink and the Boring Company. So go ahead and click that like button and stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.